Well, it has been a long time since we made a video, but hopefully we're going to do that today. I've tried this a few times now, and we haven't been able to catch them really, just to be honest, the last few times out. But we're on Cherokee Lake today. It is Tuesday. I was not expecting to have today off, but this coming Saturday we have a Bassnation Kayak tournament on Cherokee, and I've really been working hard to try and figure something out. And it's been tough, very tough. But we're going to try it again today, launching from a different ramp here I've never launched from before. But we got the kayak loaded up. Let's dump it in the water and we'll be out there fishing soon. I'm expecting a little 2.8 or 3.3 Kitech to be kind of the deal. I've been able to catch a kicker fish or two cranking in that like 8 to 12 foot depth zone, but I can't seem to get a limit that way. So we're gonna have to really try and get 5 fish today just to see if we can just simulate tournament, day. So we'll probably start out with the Kitech, and then once the sun gets up and stuff, or once it gets a little bit later, we'll probably start trying to crank. So let's get after it, see what we can do. But hopefully today we can eliminate some lures and just kind of have an idea of what we need to have in the kayak for the tournament. This is some good looking bank right here. It's more of that shale. Fairly shallow in this specific spot. We're dropping off a little bit. I'm going to check off this island. There's some big boulders right here. There's some fish. There's fish too, off to the right. Saw it on the side imaging. It looked like there was 4 of them down there. This is a 3.3 Kitech in smallmouth magic on a 1/4 ounce head. Look at that. Now that's how we want to start the day. He wasn't coming off for no love or money. $15.5 inches. Let's see if there's another one over there. We tried every which way to lose that fish. He's a better boat tournament fish than he is a kayak fish. He's fat. When he first jumped, I thought he was like a 4-pounder. He knocked the crap out of this rock crawler. Same color. I've caught a bunch of fish on that exact crankbait. It's like Red River crawl maybe. These are the kicker fish that I've been getting on the crankbait. I just haven't been able to get a limit. That's a 17 something probably. Let's get a weight just to see. .46. Alright, that's a good sign. I've been catching some fish like that, but I can't get a limit, it seems like cranking. At least none of the other places I've tried. I've fished a few different ramps now. He hit it just like you want him to. You hit it right after a pause. I caught one fish like in the first 30 minutes, and I went back into another little area, didn't catch anything, and then right before I called you, I just caught a big smallmouth. So I caught 2, but this spot looks pretty good. So I'm gonna try and fish. That tournament runs till 3:30. I'm gonna try and fish till around bend in here, hit a bunch of different spots. Oh, I caught another one. Come on, buddy. Got it. I just saw it. Big largemouth. I didn't have him hooked good at all. Yep, he's long and skinny. He's a good kayak fish, bad boat tournament fish. Bunch of rocks that look similar out there. I'll make my cross lake venture. take him. Little guy. We'll take him though. Well, we got a limit. Oh my gosh, what a day. Nice fish. Finally got onto something, man. Man, we got in a little pocket here. It's close to deep water, and it looks like there's a fair amount of structure and stuff in here, but finding a lot of largemouth up shallow. That's a good fish. He was 16 inches, I believe. 16 and a quarter. And if this was the tournament, I'd be pretty happy overall. Pretty shallow. We hadn't caught a lot of great quality, but we've caught fish. We've just got probably a high 70-something inch limit. This wouldn't be good for a bass tournament because we don't have the smallmouth. You need those big smallmouth, but it's hard to get out deep main lake on a kayak when the wind's blowing like it was. So I'm just kind of making the most out of the situation I've got. We caught 6 fish. It's really pretty good. 6 fish in 6 hours, averaging a fish an hour, even though they kind of come in flurries. But overall, I'm very happy. It's been a mix between the Vision 110 jerkbait and the crankbait. Unreal. at the buzzer. I don't know if that's going to help me or not, but we'll take it. $15 inches. Got 7 fish. Unreal. And that's right at the buzzer. 3:30, 7 fish. Well, we're wrapping it up out here on Cherokee. Man, it was a cold day, but wow, it was nice to actually catch some fish. I have just gotten my butt kicked the last 3 times out. I've tried to film videos every time, but there's no fish catches. There really wasn't much to learn. I've been trying to get ready for this Bass Nation Kayak event, and I've bounced around a lot of different launches, and I think I may have actually found a little something here. Really didn't throw a whole lot different bait-wise, maybe just where I threw it and exactly what I threw. But if I don't know if you can tell, but the wind is just ripping today. I mean, it's 15-20 mile an hour all day out here on the main part of the lake. That's hard to handle in any kind of boat, but a kayak especially. So I kind of had to get out of the wind, and ended up getting on some fish. So 2 main baits, the first of which has been good all winter long so far, and that's been that Spro RkCrawler. This one is Red River Crawl. It's kind of a translucent red, and you can tell that one's got some mileage on it. Caught a lot of fish already this winter, including a big 4-pound smallmouth up on Watauga. The other one is also no surprise if you've watched any of my fishing videos from last year, and that is the Megabass Vision 110. The color really didn't seem to matter too much. I caught them on 3 different colors. Now that's elegy bone. That Table Rock SP or Table Rock shad for these little bit dirtier water conditions and overcast day was the perfect color in my opinion. That first fish ate it head first, which is a really good sign. But that's my original one of the first Megabass I ever bought, and it's got a crack that developed right down the belly. And we'll try and fix it, but I did order another one for this weekend. I did catch one on that GP stain reaction, and I actually chipped a bill on it. I haven't tore up any Megabass the whole time I've fished them, and I have 2 that went down today. So that kind of stings. But one thing, or a few things I did learn today, is that there's quite a few largemouth up shallow. And I don't think the largemouth is what will win this tournament. But when you've got this wind, and I'm not using a trolling motor or anything like that on my kayak, even though it is legal in bass. But you just can't lock down on a spot to fish a Damiki. I can't do it. I wanted to, and I wanted to slow roll that kayak some, but it just wasn't in the cards. But there's quite a few largemouth up shallow, and the pause, no matter which bait I was throwing, was very, very important. I think all the fish I caught, with the exception of maybe one of the smallmouths, or maybe 2 of the smallmouths, was right after a pause. So they either hit it on the pause. One of the largemouth actually hit it as that bait was floating up, but the rest of them was right after a pause. They nailed it. So that's something we can take into consideration for this weekend. I should be able to whittle some of these rods down for this weekend too. I'll still probably have a boat full, but I have an idea of what I need to be doing. I feel a lot better just coming out here and catching some fish, because like I said, I've struggled every time I've come out here trying to get ready for this tournament. So maybe this launch and kind of what we found with the baits might give us a chance to put a limit of fish in the boat. We didn't catch a tournament winning bag today. You're gonna have to have smallmouth to do that, but we'll see. If we can get a limit here, we might run to another launch next weekend, but we'll play it by ear. It's nice. That's the first limit in the kayak this year, first limit for 2020. We're kicking the year off good, but I'm gonna put this stuff up and get something to eat. I'm about to starve. So hopefully there's gonna be more videos coming this year. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the thumbs up on the video. We'll have more fishing content soon.